Is the insanity and the bullshit and the lies and the deception and the craziness of some of these Christian fascists. It's really unbelievable. If you have heard about this, the Republican Party, the Christian Fascist Party, came up with this enormous pile of steaming bullshit that featured a freak out, a carnivorous freak out, is how Molly Roberts put it at the Washington Post, a carnivorous freak out just in time for barbecue season. What happened was some of these sewers that are available on radio and television, and some of the more insane, totally effed up elected officials among the Christian fascists came up with this warning that Joe Biden wants to ban hamburgers. Now, you can't make this stuff up. Either these right-wing Christian fascists actually come up with shit like this, or it doesn't exist. This can only come from Christian fascists, or the mind of a Hollywood screenwriter who is trying to come up with the most ridiculous parody of a politician that he could possibly come up with, or she could come up with. Representative Lauren Boebert, the high school dropout, crazy little bitch, the Proud Boys queen, or whatever she is. She's a Republican. She's a Christian fascist from Colorado. She said, quote, or she tweeted, quote, Joe Biden's climate plan includes cutting 90% of red meat from our diets. They want to limit us to about 4 pounds a year. End quote. Oh, you psychotic goddamn human waste. But she got topped by the other QAnon bitch from here in Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who tweeted, quote, why doesn't Joe Biden stay out of my kitchen? And she dubbed him, stealing it directly from McDonald's, of course, the Hamburglar. Now, this could be and should be laughed at. It could be and should be a clear indication of the psychosis that these crazy bitches deal with 24/7. And I'm not using the term bitch as a means of denigrating their femininity. In first place, I think they are both asexual, but I would use the same term, and you've heard me use it on men. I use it as just another way of denigrating these people, because they don't deserve full human status. Not to me, they don't. Idaho's Republican governor, Brad Little, said, quote, Idahoans also have beef and this agenda. Wait a minute. None of what these people say makes any damn sense, so I have to try to put these sentences together. Idahoans also have beef with this agenda and for dinner. Now, that's what the governor of Idaho said. I have no idea what that means. Do you? But it came in response to the psycho asshole, the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, that sorry son of a bitch, who declared with mucho gusto that this encroachment on American civil liberties and cholesterol levels, quote, is not going to happen in Texas, end quote. At this point, I pause because I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Well, the truth is it's not going to happen anywhere because it's all bullshit. All bullshit. An imaginary proposal that, as Molly puts it, was transformed by the usual herd of propagandists that are loose in our media into a topic of impassioned debate. Oh, this goddamn Joe Biden, he's going to take away our red meat. Look, I want these people to continue to stuff themselves with red meat. I want their arteries to clog up. I want their livers to become fatty. I want their pancreases, right? You try to say it, to explode. In other words, I'd like all of them to continue to eat stuff that eventually will kill them. I really would. The only problem with that is that in order for these Christian fascists to continue to pork themselves to death, it would require growing this livestock, which is going to make global warming even worse. But anyway, let me go on. This is how Molly Roberts wrote it. The burger brouhaha bears all the hallmarks of modern-day cultural war-making. The conservative media machine thrummed to life after the Daily Mail melodramatized some out-of-context numbers from a University of Michigan study that said, if hypothetically we reduced our meat consumption by dramatic proportions, hypothetically, we could lower greenhouse gas emissions on a similarly significant scale. That's all. Now, this is not new. I mean, we have talked many times, and the science has been presented many times, that the flatulence from these bovines, millions, billions of cows, and other ungulates who exist on this planet, when they fart, yeah, they release methane. Methane, which is a gas that is 30, 40, 100, 9 million, whatever the number is, times more heat trapping than CO2. That's A. B, the rainforests and the areas of old growth forests that have been absolutely destroyed, ripped to pieces, so cattle ranchers can start growing these animals to be slaughtered to wind up in the graveyard of your stomach. Not you. I know you don't eat meat anymore. Nor do I. Okay. Occasionally, I still eat turkey. Oh no. I let it slip out. So, raising cattle to eat, to convert the protein of cattle into protein in our bodies, that long drawn out process is so destructive to the environment, is so destructive to the ecology, so destructive where it concerns global warming. But we're not going to do anything about it. We're not. The human species is omnivorous. It's not going to stop eating meat. Individuals do, because a lot of us finally come to the realization that the diets that we grew up on are killing us. They're absolutely killing us. Oh my God. But I digress. The way this started, this finding was transformed into something else entirely, a simple study done by the University of what did I say, University of Michigan. A simple study, all in hypothetical terms. If we reduce meat consumption, there will be a concomitant reduction in greenhouse gases and deaths from heart failure and high blood pressure and kidney disease and just on and on. But all of a sudden, this was changed into something else entirely. Fox News, the sewer of all sewers, took its cue from this report and aired the claim on at least 5 of its shows, the claims being that the dictatorial Democrats definitely are going to restrict your diet to 18 100 ounces of meat per day, or 4 pounds per year. It's the truth. It's the truth. And this scummy little bastard, Larry Kudlow, who went to work for the orange son of a bitch, said on his Friday show of the liberals' plot to save the planet but spoil the summer, Kudlow said, quote, "Get ready. You can throw back a plant-based beer with your grilled Brussels sprouts and wave your American flag," end quote. What this ignorant son of a bitch, like most of these ignorant sons of bitches, apparently doesn't understand is that beer already is made from plants. What do you call it? A plant-based beer. What do you think it comes from, Kudlow, you ignorant little prick? Oh, my God. Now, does it matter that one psychotic Fox sewer anchor, Kudlow, later issued a mealy-mouthed little correction? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. The up in your grill graphic that the network created, you know, to add a visual reinforcement to what this stupid son of a bitch Kudlow was saying, had already gone viral. Rocketed across the internet from blue-check Twitter celebrity civilians to Congress members. Da-da, da-da-da-da-da. The Biden administration was even compelled to respond by sharing fact checks, joining, in effect, in a battle over nothing. You might call it a nothing burger. No, I'm not going to say that. So the Biden administration had to weigh in on this huge wave of Fox sewer and the sewer of Fox sewer, One American News, and the rest of these bastards weigh in on something that was totally made up out of the fevered brains of these crazy son of a bitches, these Christian fascists. In other words, the imaginary had become real. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcast. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.